Hi, this is David with entry number 45. I just got back from really wet outdoors. It's been raining really hard the whole day. I left last night, when I came home last night, the river that I live next to was like dry, basically. Today it's like rushing. So yeah, there's been a lot of water. It was cold. Actually, you could see your breath in the air when I left school. I had to take the bus again, which was interesting. It takes this time takes about 40 minutes to get back from the school, because you do a roundabout way to get back here. It's kind of like, looks kind of like a circle with a stick coming off the end. Hold on one second. And that stick can, so it goes like this. This is the street going, the street going back to the downtown, and this is the area that I live, that my school is in, called Kungwangri, and it goes around, and the road goes down to downtown, and I do all this to get back here. So one second, sorry. So I go all the way around to get back here, and I go see the whole thing, and it's kind of sad, and kind of cool, kind of sad, because it's very rural. I saw that one of my kids was living in a container, shipping container, and that was a little depressing. There was like an outhouse and an AC unit buckled onto it, and whatever. She's fine mentally, so that's good. Yeah, so today was good. Taught 4th and 3rd. 6th was in Everland, which is a amusement park here in Korea, in Seoul. So that's kind of cool. They got to travel all the way to Everland. Other than that, it was a simple day of teaching. Nothing too complicated happened. I felt really kind of stomach achy towards the last class, the end of the last class, so I kind of feel not great right now. Other than that, it's been fine. Tomorrow I teach 1st, 2nd, 232, so a combination class. Kind of looking forward to that. It's always interesting. That's what I'll give them. It's never really boring, because it's such a big class. Sorry for any of you who have to teach 30 plus kids, because that must be daunting. Yeah, but I've been watching this thing online called MAD, and it currently the best restaurant in the world is called Noma, and it's in Denmark, North Denmark, I think North Denmark. Yeah, it's not in Copenhagen, but it's the best restaurant in the world, as ranked by a select few. And the chef there is a man called Rene Redzepi, and he's actually, I think, somewhere from the Eastern Europe, like Slovakia, or Macedonia, I think, maybe. But so he's from over there, and he came when he was very young, and he transformed himself into the best chef in the world. And he's kind of the guy who really started the foraging craze. It's kind of swept the US in the last 2 years. Foraging, if you don't know, is going out and looking for ingredients in the wild, in their natural habitat. So Renee will go out into the seaside and pick little plants and stuff right out of the ground, and he'll go into the forest and get mushrooms, and he has a farmer that he works very closely with that grows all the food, all the produce for him, and he also has another farmer that does the livestock, so it's a very interesting concept. He also is very into science, and I'm pretty sure he has all the nifty little gizmos that chefs nowadays have, like a sous vide machine and all this CVAP oven and all this, but he also is into natural food science, and that means like autolyzation, and that is basically controlled rot, and you'll see it in every food culture in the world. Korea has kimchi, Germany has sauerkraut. Anytime you're funkifying something to the point where it's safe to eat again is basically autolyzation, and that's basically it gets poisonous, and then all that poisonous bacteria or those things die, and what you're left with is something edible, and usually very flavorful, very rich in umami, which is like a savory quality that food can have. And yeah, so this guy, Rene Redzepi, sorry, tangent, he put on this global food conference where food bloggers, journalists, which I guess are bloggers too, chefs, and all kinds of food people come together once a year for, I think, 3 days, and they will give lectures. And it's cool because I've been watching MAD 2, which was in Copenhagen, and it was basically just really high level chefs, food journalists, a psychologist, which was really cool, photographer, I think, maybe not a photographer, but just like some people, a couple people were thrown in there as curveballs, like the psychologist, but most of them are chefs, and they speak, and they're terrible speakers, most of them, just because chefs by nature are maybe a little more edgy. And Rene himself, though, is very impressive. He's a really cool guy. His English is impeccable, which I found to be the case with most Nordic folk. It's usually better than Westerners' English because of their preciseness. The way they speak is very, very, very correct. Even especially Americans, UK or Britons and the like, we all have regional and big R region accents that we kind of forget about. And whether that be making words smaller, making words bigger, sticking two words together, we often are not conscious of doing this, but it happens. And when you hear the Nordic people speak, it's very, very nice because it's, one, their accent isn't usually very heavy if they're younger, and two, they speak with an impeccable grammar and pronunciation, usually. So yeah, I mean, the conference has been really fun to watch, and it's cool seeing like so many smart people talk about food or passionate people, which sometimes comes hand in hand with intelligence, but it's a very interesting thing, and I'd recommend watching it if you can. It's called the MAD Symposium. You can just type that in Google. Other than that, yeah, it's been good. I love this weather. It's awesome. I'm going to sleep with the window open tonight and just get all the cold air in here. Gotta get more blankets though, because I only have one right now, and it gets pretty cold at night. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.